Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fall. It's one of the fun times in the golf season to kind of slow down with lessons and get into playing a little bit. And I just have a few little things to talk about, and you can read more in the newsletter. It was a busy season for most of us this year. Golf is just going crazy, and we're reaping the rewards, so to speak, and enjoying learning and teaching. And the more you teach, the more you learn. The better your relationships get with students and understanding what they're wanting and what they're working on and what they need to work on. And some successes from some students will spill off and help other students. It just works out so nice. But I got two things that I'm kind of focused on that happened to me this fall that kind of puts things into perspective. And the first one, and I'm not going to try and lecture you, I'm just going to try and tell you about my experience. So many years ago, I got my first opportunity to run a golf course, and it was in Timmins, Ontario, of all places, way up north. And I loved every second of it, partly because the Northern Ontario people are just such wonderful people and welcoming. And anyways, I haven't been back to Timmins for 13 years. And things started to slow down here with golf lessons. So I said to my best friend Clint, some of you might have met him at the golf shows. He always goes to the golf shows, helps out with their booth and that sort of thing. Anyways, Clint and I went on a road trip up to Timmins the last week of September, which is kind of ironic that you would wait till a colder part of the year to go north. But anyways, we ended up playing golf, and it's one of the things I'm proud about is how not burning bridges and how doing things properly really paid big dividends. And it was really noticeable. 13 years later, I was so well received at the golf course. Even in the community, I did a couple of visits with some of the board members. It was a member-owned golf club at the time, and the members that had hired me, they were on the executive and even the hiring committee. Still stay in touch through social media and Facebook, and it's just so nice to make that trek up there and feel welcome. So that's something that people that are moving. The golf industry is very transient. You move from one course to another. It's always important to realize that there are opportunities where you go back, and you want to keep the best foot forward at all times, and people will remember that. So that's just some of my words of wisdom. I don't think I'll be moving to Timmins anytime soon, but I really enjoyed going up there, and I really enjoyed the golf course. It was in great shape, and the people were wonderful. The second item of business is our own play, and this is something I'm pretty fortunate. Throughout the golf season, I play on a regular basis 3 to 4 times a week, which is a lot when you're given 500 golf lessons. I play at Oak Hills, which has 36 holes, and they're relatively short, so we can play relatively quickly. So anyways, I play in the morning and then teach afterwards quite often. And on the weekends, I'll play for sure in the morning and then teach a couple lessons, be home with the family. But one of the things that happened just yesterday, it also was a very good learning experience for me. Is I'm not the world's best player, but I play all right. And playing at my home course, the scores sometimes get pretty good. But what I learned was, I hit one of my worst drives of the season on the third hole, and it was a little cooler. It didn't go anywhere, and it was way left. Um, I was out in the rough, and so I took an extra little club getting back to the course and swung easy and getting back to the green, and I hit it right at the flag. And Clint says, I says to him as I'm wiping my club off, it was early in the morning, I says, Clint, did that go in? And he goes, yeah, it did. I wasn't watching, to be honest, but it's this story isn't really to talk about my play or anything. It's to talk about enjoying the golf play. And this come from an article I read, and Justin Thomas was actually quoted, and he seems like a fiery guy and probably a very competitive guy, but he says no matter what level you're playing golf, you have to enjoy it. You have to have a good time. And you have to kind of remind yourself sometimes. Sometimes we don't enjoy the game like we should. And I guess in the fall, that winter's coming. We really have to take the time to enjoy playing and playing with our buddies, and really, really appreciate what we're able to do. And every time out is a blessing. So enjoy the newsletter. Sign up for continuing education. Lots coming here in the winter. We're going to focus on that. We're going to continue to produce videos and newsletters and continuing education opportunities, and build the Cgtf family, and connect members from Fredericton to Victoria. Everybody is now so close together when we can get on a Zoom call and meet and discuss. And I'm pretty excited about what the next few months are going to be. And then before you know it, we're all going to be gearing up for a busy instructional season in March or April. All the best from the Cgtf office, and have a great day and a great winter, and enjoy some catch up with your family as well.